Welcome back to another episode of Unlegendary, where we cast your games. I'm your co-host, Tiny Grimes, and as always, I am joined by the stoic, the never-moving...
Ben Tully, standing still for 3 weeks straight.
But it's a really majestic pose, I gotta give you that.
It's actually one of the better pictures that got taken.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one that you could have used I would have been like, why is that the picture? Like every week I'd be like, not that one.
Yeah, I know. When we were in my basement before I chained you to the wall, we got some good photos before you realized what was happening. So, happy
Gross.
about that. Yeah,
Gross.
Pretty much. Have you had a chance to play? I don't know if you knew this because maybe you don't log in every day. Something happened today, Ben.
It's the second day of the season.
It is that. Yep. Are you legendary yet?
Somebody made it to legendary before Zixo did.
It's sort of. That's a complicated matter. He was the first person to get legendary, actually, but someone on the NA server did it in less time. So it's kind of like who was really first? I don't know.
What? That's an easy answer. If Zixo was first, he was first.
There you go. There's your answer. The other guy did it in like 8 less hours, though. That's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive.
Either that means NA is just terrible, or he's pretty damn good.
He had a deck that he was on a tear with.
Yeah, I think that's more what it is. If you can find that deck, if you find that moment in time and just work it.
That's the belief that you always have, right?
It is.
Previously, before you did make legend, you were always convinced that if I just stayed on for another hour on this win streak, I'd have made legend today.
I still believe that. That's how I made it with Face Hunter all the way to 17. The next day, Face Hunter was freaking terrible. It was that one pocket, that one moment in time where I was just like, okay, good matchup. What the hell's going on? I get to win every game? Okay, cool. And then the next day it was like, warrior. I'm like, okay, cool. It's only a ramp druid. That's slightly easier. So, yeah.
I don't think that's what you're talking about, though. When you asked the question.
That's not actually what I was talking about. So what did happen today, Ben? It was exciting stuff.
We got our first wing of Black Rock Mountain.
Sure did. Did you have a chance to play it yet?
Yeah, I remembered immediately how quickly these wings go by.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I sat down at my desk when I got to work a little after 11, and it was already completely done by like 11:30. I was like, oh, well, that was fast.
Wings aren't challenging. I used a Control Warrior deck. I mean, my assumption is Alex Straza wins always against those things. And I ran into the one guy, I don't remember who it is, who was like, he has his chick out there, and if she dies, you die, basically.
Right.
And at one point, I had in my hand Baron Geddon, Ragnaros, I can't remember, like 2 other cards that, Dr. Boom for the Boom Bots, and another random type of card where any of those could have killed her if I played them. And so I was just like, bah, I can't play any cards. What am I supposed to do? It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I think everybody had a lot of fun playing the Mage Challenge.
I haven't done that one yet.
What do you mean you haven't done that one yet?
I forgot about it. I forgot to do it. The card's so lame. I was like, I don't care about that card. I'll do it later.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how competitive I am. I just want the cards. I don't even care about the actual.
It comes with the cards.
I know.
It gives you 2 cards.
I thought it was just the one, though.
Well, I mean, it's a set. It's a set of...
Oh, yeah, right. But that card's crappy. At least in the current meta.
Yeah, I guess.
I did want to talk about a card, though, Ben. I've been spending the day trying to find a way to break Emperor Thaurissan. And the way to break him may just be to simply put him in any control deck because he's freaking bonkers.
Yeah.
But I was trying to put him in and make a new Miracle deck. A new Miracle Rogue deck where I had, like, Leroy, Double Shadow Step, and Cold Blood. And the plan was you would play him with all those cards in your hand, and then Cold Bloods are free. Leroy is only for the first time. You can Double Shadow Step him. Ben, you know how much damage you get to do with that Leroy?
No, a lot.
It's a ton. It is actually 14 plus 6 plus 6, which is 26 with 1 Leroy. That's pretty solid.
I mean, I don't. I think the card is very strong. I think it is a. Everybody will probably be running this as long as they're not playing. It's going to be very similar to Lothab,
Hmm.
right?
Definitely.
I think. I mean, the cards are so Lothab and Emperor Thorsan are so comparable. Like it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
Hmm.
They're like, we need another Lothab. How do we do that? Let's not do another like straight 5 cost 5/5. We'll make
Right.
this guy 6 cost. Oh, what should we do that would give him a good ability that would make him 6 cost? And then
Sure.
they threw a dart at the ability board,
Really?
and yeah,
Do you think
and they
that's how they
landed on
design
this one.
cards?
I think that's how they design cards.
Wow, I'm not certain you're right on that one.
They have a board where it's just a bunch of abilities for different cost minions, and then when they hit the ability,
Uh-huh.
it has the stats that go along with it.
Huh.
Somebody sat there and already and it's just like, boop, there it is. That's what he's gonna be.
Interesting. Just to be clear, we're not sure that's how they do it. And
That's exactly how they do it. I guarantee it.
my feeling is it's not.
Ben Bro told me he's my friend.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. Ben's all hang out together. Is that the deal?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
We
that's
have
cool.
a secret Facebook group.
So, what do you think? Do you have any ideas of specific decks you want to put this guy in, or do you think he's just going to be pretty much ubiquitous? Is he just goes in every control deck willy nilly because his ability is so strong?
Yeah, I think he. I mean, if Control Warrior gets a huge boost in play out of Shield Maiden, and everybody's like, oh, 6/5/5. I don't know how good that is, and that's just like 5 armor.
Right.
Right? If you're playing this in a control deck where you've been playing 1 card a turn, or heaven forbid it's like hand lock,
Yeah.
and you have 8 cards in your hand, and all of a sudden you play 6 and then you get 8 mana free.
Yeah.
Right? It's insane value. Like
Yeah.
he is beyond belief insane value.
I agree. I think he's going to be really strong, and I think not he's not going to be quite like Doctor Boom, where he can just be like, I have an aggro-ish deck. Oh, what the hell? I'll throw a Boom in at the end.
Sure.
But I do agree. I think like at first I was like, I don't know how good he's going to be, and then like a bunch of my friends were playing with him, and they're like, yeah, but sometimes he's not that effective, and you're like, so sometimes for 6 you get a 5/5. That's like the worst case scenario. That's not that
I mean,
bad.
you don't. I mean, as long as you have one other card in your hand, you're still getting something out of it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like at worst, it's like Doctor Boom when both the Boombots roll 1, right? Like it's
Right.
like it's still an 11/11 worth of damage at that point, right? 11/9 worth of damage.
Yeah.
And so I mean I think you're right that it's not going to break any decks, but it is going to be one of those cards that when over the next week before the next wing comes out, you're just going to get these YouTube videos of people being like, "Look what this crazy shit happened because he played Emperor
Yeah.
Thorsan," right? And you're going to see exactly what you're talking about. Like I think you're underestimating how strong something like you have him out and you have Antonitis out
Hmm.
and you go, so you've played him, and now your fireballs and everything in your hand. And you can go like, with this mana, you can go like fireball, fireball, frostbolt, frostbolt, ice lance, ice lance,
That
right?
doesn't
Like
sound good at all, Ben.
right? And still have mana left over.
Mana left over. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna see. I think he's cool in 2 ways. He's a combo deck dynamo, so like
Yeah.
he's gonna fit in all kinds of combo decks. And then I think he's just good. Like I didn't realize that he's just good.
Yeah. I mean, Lotheb doesn't go in every deck, but he does go in most competitive decks.
Yeah.
And he's going to be, and Emperor Thorsan's probably going to be the same way. He's not going to go in every deck, but that's because every, competitive deck isn't always control, but it's going to go in a lot.
Yep, I agree. I think we're looking at a guy who's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah.
I
Did you
think-
really not play the Mage Challenge?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Do you know what it is?
Nope, no idea.
So they just give you a deck of 30 unstable portals.
Are you kidding?
No.
Should we do the Mage Challenge real quick?
I mean, it is a lot of fun. I think if you haven't done it, I don't know. It would be a pretty fun thing to do.
All right, let's start with that. We'll do the We'll do the unstable portal mage challenge because, frankly, that
Because
sounds
everybody else has already done it, and Tiny hasn't.
insane. We'll get to say crazy things about what happens. That's
Yeah.
funny. I didn't even realize that's what it was.
You're an absolute joke of a human being.
Oh, well, you can't win them all, Ben. Come on, man.
Have you won any of them recently?
No, I never win anything lately.
One of the great things is you're playing against the challenger, the guy, whoever you're playing against, I forget his name, and he's the one who plays one copy of every legendary.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
so sometimes he plays Millhouse Manastorm.
I'm gonna mulligan these.
I can't see you have not put the game up. You're just showing the screen that
I mulliganed the 3 unstable portals.
That's good for you.
It felt
You
like
did
a
good-
bad start.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
And so sometimes sometimes your hand will build up with unstable portals, and then you get to play. He'll play Millhouse Manastorm, and then you go, "Oh, cool."
That's funny. Let's
Portal.
play a portal. Yeah. Let's do that. What do we get? Ah, yeah. Let's play him.
Assassin. Go ahead. Patient is.
That's cool. He's gonna do some wrecking. Oh!
Yes. Oh, you have to do it. I'm so jealous.
What just happened? Why would he do that?
I think you throw all of them. Just keep throwing them really quick.
Oh yeah, because the animations. All right. Oh, look at that. Got some pretty solid stuff here. That looks good. I think we
would
play all the ones.
I would just say, oh, you're gonna play like a bad player. Because I would ping and then trade with this assassin and.
Think so.
And then play something for one.
You get more portals.
You're gonna get more portals. That's fine. Go ahead. Throw them all down there.
I guess he's gonna. Yeah, let's play the taunt so that he has to run into that, and then we'll be able to play the portal next turn as well. There we go. Alright, Jumperooski. Indeed, that is a good turn 3. I'm gonna have to say, though, that was a blunder on his part.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are we critically analyzing the terrible AI?
Yeah, I mean, that was a blunder.
Cool.
Actually, am I gonna portal? How come it... Oh, it's only on the turn when he comes out. That's right.
Portal.
Okay.
You throw the portal. Throw the portal.
Portal. Okay. Let's play,
So if you play the Fen Creeper, the giant comes out for free.
Yeah, I like that. That seems solid. And then, I don't think we trade in the assassin. We'll save it for
Put out some
something amazing. And we're so confident we're even unstealthing it. Play like,
Oh, Tink Master over.
Not Tink Master.
Here it comes. It could be anything.
Oh! What? That dick! Oh, that was so rude.
Tiny got an unstable portal. You should play it.
Yeah, that card looks solid. Alright. Let's make some room for these guys. Let's see.
No, you don't have to trade the idea.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think he puts down. I don't think does he have any spells? I forget. I think he just has minions.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a ridiculous play. You don't do this because you get brawled, but we don't care. If he's gonna play Millhouse Manastorm, then he's not.
I know. Oh, and he doesn't even have anything to play.
Wow. Well,
what do we get? What do we get?
That the challenge wasn't quite as fun as advertised. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But it was kind of absurd, to be honest.
I mean, I think you for some reason he gave it to you on easy mode.
Yeah, he was like, "Here, you want the?"
He was like, "Oh, you're doing this on the internet? You're not making anything out of this. Get out of here.
Have your dragon's breath and go home, chump.
Go away."
All right, so I think we should need to cast a game here. Let's see who is heading into a game. Wow, lots of people are doing games. This guy says heading into play mode, so let's.
No, that's a challenge.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm hovering over it. If it moves. lose.
The one right below him just went into a game.
Did he? Spiffy?
Yeah.
I'm going to Spiffy's game. I think he's been in the game for a while though. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it just appeared.
Spiffy's a really good player, but it's early in the month, so who knows what's happening. The cool thing is
probably playing a really balanced deck, and then somebody's playing craziness.
Oh, we are a little late
in,
but we do get Tharazon. So, is this mage going to do crazy things?
Okay, so he can play. Oh, he can't do that.
Oh, he's got it also. Oh my goodness.
He's got it too. But if he leaves it up, then the mage gets another turn of it being reduced.
Yeah, I mean, you could just. I mean, do you execute it?
Wow.
I think his plan there would be.
He's gonna smash his face into it, execute. Yeah.
I think that's reasonable. I think you're right. I don't think you can let it live again with a mage. Like, I don't know what kind of mage this is, but I almost don't care.
It's got spells in his hand.
Yeah, I got to assume he's got spells. And there's a real cheap fireball. And a cheap secret. He's still got 2 left to do nothing. And I think we see our own Emperor.
Except that unless that's... Yeah, this is when you have to play. Because if it's Mirror Entity and he gets a second
one... yeah, what am I talking about? Wow, that would have been ridiculous.
So you have to set up the...
you don't
have to worry about it now.
Yeah, that's clearly right. Yeah, playing the Emperor would have been just ridiculous.
Yeah, playing the Emperor would have been a Tiny Grimes move, and he'd been like, no! What?
Wait, he had a secret?
So good.
Like 2 seconds ago, I was like, and the secret. And then I'm like, he has a secret?
Yeah, you're super surprised.
Yeah. I'm a little slow tonight. A little slow on the uptick. Whoa! What? A 4-cost Dragon's Breath, huh? And it did some pretty good work.
So, already proven you wrong.
Yeah.
Though, he has gone through quite a few cards at this point. So this is going to be extremely punishing.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he can...
No, I think you just...
execute here? He doesn't have enough spells to kill the Emperor, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, he probably does. He might have another fireball, but...
Yeah, but an execute doesn't fix that. Okay, yep.
He's going to have something. He's going to have a frostbolt or some nonsense.
See, it's interesting because I don't feel here like Emperor did that much for him. Like, we're late enough, and it's not...
Yeah, I mean, he didn't affect any big cards, and he's not obviously going to be mana tied. But, I mean, it's just the idea that those cards now, you can keep them in your hand and play something big with it later, right? Like, now you could do that Sludge Belcher and Sylvanas if you draw it.
Yeah. And I think also it's just, look, he got a 5/5 that's affecting the board dramatically and got cheaper cards. Like, that is a pretty good deal. And they're all good.
Yeah. He didn't need to use the... He wasted a damage there using that fireball, the mage.
Yeah, my guess would be he changed his mind halfway through. Which is always a not wise.
It's a Tiny Grime special.
It is. I gotta admit. Every now and then.
You love changing your mind.
I hate changing my mind, but it happens.
You do it all the time. You're like, oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I have a play thought out. I have to change my mind. That's so cool.
Yeah. Don't change midstream. Just commit and go with it.
Is that a Ghostbuster reference?
Wasn't supposed to be a Ghostbuster.
Oh, look at that.
Man, he's a little low on cards now.
See, if he kept the Sludge Belcher, now he'd have a... pretty good. But the Despite into Sylvanas, wow.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I would have done that as well. I mean, maybe he's thinking, like, he could fireball the Sylvanas and he'll get nothing out of it. This way, he does. But I think I would have rather taken the fireball on the Sylvanas so he couldn't fireball ping.
Yeah.
If he's got it. Or
possible.
Yeah, and that was a... I don't know. I don't think I agree with his play either. I think I would have done Sylvanas. Although now he has Crush. Does he use it, though?
His cheap crush.
That's right. He could have Death Bite with the Sylvanas too. Yeah, I really don't like that. But seriously.
Oh, he got super lucky on that Boombot.
Hey man, he's spiffy. He doesn't get lucky. He gets skillful.
Sure. Oh, now he can't play Sylvanas.
Yeah.
Or he can, if you're spiffy.
But you know what? He might have seen that was the second mirror entity. He probably played the.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know. It could be anything. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
It could be anything on there.
I don't think Spiffy is the kind of guy who walks into that. Well, that's just me.
Sounds like you're pretty intimate with this Spiffy guy.
Yeah, he's a teammate of mine. I know him in his play.
Is that like a teammate, like where you kind of like share stuff? Like are you sharing like intimate stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's weird. Tiny, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's weird in a good way. All right. Clearly, you got a shield block and hope. Come on, give us something amazing. Oh, by the way, this is Spiffy, so there's like 3 Ragnaros in this deck.
Oh, that's good for him.
Yeah, he loves Ragnaros.
So I think the assumption here is that it could be potentially duplicate, right? So you're gonna give him a bunch of Mad Bombers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's counterspell personally, but.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it seems it's either that or Ice Block.
Yeah, I think.
What to do?
I mean, it could be Spellbender, but come on, nobody calls Spellbender.
Yeah, that's. Okay, doesn't matter what it is. He's dead.
Don't matter.
Good job, Spiffy. Way to end him.
So when you say teammate, like, do you guys like hang out at night and like tell stories? He's like, do you like share bunks? Like when you're at teammate camp?
We don't live in like a house together or something. No.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so you're not that type of team.
No, it's not Team Tiny Grimes and like we have a house in Juneau, Alaska. It's Team Ace Breakers and we are like a team.
So you've made Legend once, won 0 tournaments since then, and you are now naming the house after yourself?
That seems right. You don't think that's right?
I mean, to me, that just seems like it just smacks of egomania.
Me, egomania.
Me.
Wow. That's.
Hello, I'm Tiny Grimes.
That's some slanderous remarks there. All right.
I know.
We're gonna watch Peter Penguin here. He messaged us. So this is a note. If you want to have your game streamed, come on by 9 p.m.
Did you call him
Thursday
Peter
nights.
Penguin?
We'll stream your game.
Peter Penguin?
Pierre. Or maybe it's Pierre. I don't know.
Peter Penguin. Also, it's Thursday night.
What did I say?
Didn't you say Wednesday?
I don't know what I said. My Swiss cheese snack.
Maybe you didn't. Maybe I just wanted you to say the wrong date.
Yeah, probably. All right. Wow. This looks pretty traditional. Oh, until we saw that. All right. Oh, does this mean we're going to see Emperor and, like, pure madness?
It's just going to be some KT nonsense.
Yeah, I don't. We could see all kinds of stuff.
So playing in doing the BRM stuff today, one of the guys, the guy who plays out the one who plays out the guy who always wins Brawl. So playing against him, I watched a friend play, and he got KT out of he came out of the deck, right? The guy tricked his ability, he came out of the deck, and the guy played Brawl and lost KT. I was like, oh man, that would have been so cool because you had all these cards to keep.
Yeah.
I then went up and played it, had KT in my deck. He got pulled out. The guy played Brawl. KT was the one who survived, and then he summoned, Max Force Tank, Ragnaros, and something else for the win. I was like, oh man, that was so much fun. Why can't that happen in like real games all the time?
Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so I was a little surprised he chucked the Ancestral Recall, or whatever it's called.
I think it's too early for it.
Yeah, I know it's situational, but I was hoping he would. Let's just say that it might not have been the right play, but I was hoping he would make the wrong play.
So this is that mid-range mage deck he's playing against.
That tempo deck. It's really strong. I like it a lot. Or let me rephrase that. It was really strong. I'm not sure where it's going to sit in the new meta.
All of this is just so crappy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you could do something like...
The coin into Shredder here. It's not terrible, but he's just going to go around you.
Yep. I think I like a Noyatron and then it sets up. Hopefully, and I guess it doesn't actually because he. All right, well let's just put this. If he pings a Noyatron, then it takes much of his turn. If he slams into Noyatron, it sets up a Lightning Storm next turn that wipes the board. Or you can do that. That's fine as well. But most likely that's getting removed. I'll say Frostbolt right now. I'm calling Frostbolt.
What to do? What to do?
Mm-hmm. You're not going to do the Frostbolt after I called it? Alright. Oh, it wasn't a Frostbolt. It was a Polymorph. I was so wrong. Having some technical difficulties with Ben. I'm going to add him real quick. Not sure what happened. Alright. So we've got some choices here. I think you slam in. Well, I think you Lightning Storm first and then slam in and see where it goes from there. But Pierre's not going to do that. The thing with the Mage Tempo deck is you really want to remove their guys. Like they're trying to remove your guys so that their guys stay on the board. If you can remove all their guys, it really hurts them a lot. Oh no, we seem to have lost Ben here, so I'm gonna check real quick. Interesting. Maybe his computer died or something. Alright, well that's okay, we'll carry on without him. Who needs him? Yeah, so Lightning Storm looks decent. I mean, the problem is that they do run Mirror Entity, and so if you Lightning Storm here, it'd be nice to have something that you can play to absorb it, so you won't be able to like play Lotheb. So it's perhaps correct to play Lotheb here, but if you play Lotheb here, he probably gets removed, and then he just hits you for more damage. So I don't know, it's a bit of a toss-up. I both love Lightning Storm and hate Lightning Storm here. If he had a 2-cost guy or something, it would definitely be right.
Job's done.
It's really going to depend on his draw next turn. Especially since he's overloaded as well.
I wonder.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Alright. Another one. That's frustrating. Ooh, we got a reincarnate as well. Oh my goodness. That's quite the combo he's got going on here. If he can get this off. But he's stuck here with pretty crappy stuff. Do you hex that Shredder? It's kind of reasonable. The problem is it doesn't let you play something like Lotheb next turn. You could play the Manatide Totem, but do you really want to give him one? You can't remove it for a while. He's in a tough spot. But the bottom line is there's not a good play here. I think probably you hex him and then hope next turn that you find something smaller that you can absorb that Mirror Entity with. So we'll see. Let's see what we can pull off here. Oh boy. So this is spiraling away pretty quick. Alright, I think we have Mr. Tully back here.
Hello.
Actually, that would be incorrect. That would be Dr. Tully.
It's Dr. Tully,
My
so get it freaking right.
I'm always a little hesitant to correct people on that one myself. But, you know.
I did it the other day.
Nice.
I was being interviewed by 2 champs and 1 chump.
Oh, that's cool.
And they called me Mr. Tully, and I was like, ha 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 ha. No.
I don't want to say this because it sounds egotistical, and that's not the intention. But do
you're
wonder.
Always egotistical. And
I wonder if we are the only Hearthstone stream to be hosted by 2 doctors.
Oh my!
It's entirely possible.
I know. I mean, tiny. I never. Wow. Give some card draw to the priest.
Yeah. I mean, he's screwed. I've been talking about this. He's had no plays. Like, he was stuck, and he's been dead for a while, unless something miraculous happens.
So he
At
played
this
that
point-
lightning storm early at some point.
Yeah, he ended up lightning storming, which even that play was like he didn't have a play. It was like that or this other crappy play, and it's been like a series of just terrible, not blunders, just bad cards. Not bad cards, just bad ordering. Oh my god, he has to do his whole trick on that card. That just sucks. You're like, watch this awesome trick I have. I get multiple Annoyatrons. Oh,
But he didn't play the Baron there.
that's a great deck. You have multiple Annoyatrons. Yep.
It would be pretty annoying
Yeah. No, I agree.
if he had put the Baron
I
down.
know he would have gotten two of them. So I don't know why he didn't do that. I guess his theory was he was going to die if he did that.
Oh my god, those boom bots are the worst.
They really are.
Oh, Dr. Balanced doing his best job to be balanced the whole time.
Yeah, there's a lot of days when I wonder, why aren't the bots balanced? Like, why don't we do something slightly different with them? That would be one of those days. Oh, he got the Zip-O-Matic.
I mean, the game just changed.
Yeah, I think he's
At
got
this
it now.
point, he can concede and know that he had no chance of winning.
Yeah, I feel bad for him because he's like, I've got this cool deck. I'm going to go on Unlegendary. And he hasn't screwed up. The deck just took a dump on his head.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to
I mean,
do about that?
this deck is a great funsies deck.
Yeah.
It will never be competitive.
Yeah, I actually have a video on YouTube of me doing something absurd with, what's his name? The 3/5 taunt with, that who
We're
attacks
talking about
twice.
Sludge Belt?
No, the guy who attacks twice in a turn. He costs 8.
Oh, Alakir.
Yes, Alec here. I did something crazy where I, like, copied him a couple times or something. Did, like, 30 damage in a turn with him. Something absurd. I'll have to look it up. But it was fun.
Sounds like a good story.
Right.
It's a cool story.
The point is, it was fun, and it's a fun deck, but it didn't do that regularly. 9 times out of 10, it lost horribly.
Here's a question. How can you spectate Zero Grav even though he's been away for 10 hours?
Yeah, there seems to be a problem with that, because he was... I even got a message from him earlier. He's like, Zero Grad is rank 10 now. I'm like, well, what? It says he's been away for 5 hours.
What?
I don't know. All right, I think we need to go back into him. Let's give him another chance. His deck is pretty cool.
I mean, this deck is fun, but it just doesn't hit frequently, right? Like when it does, it's like that time that we saw it happen to our good friend Sand Snake,
Yeah.
and we don't even
Oh, yeah.
expect it.
I
Right?
forgot it happened
I mean, that
to
was
him.
like the best example of it.
That was
And
way more fun, too, to have it happen to Sand Snake. Nothing is
Right.
better than that.
because he had that game in the bag until the guy was like, Sylvanas into Ancestral Call. No, not Ancestral. Whatever the other one is. To reincarnate, steal your guy, get my Sylvanas back. It was like, oh,
Yeah, that was crazy.
Sand Snake just lost.
Yeah, that was funny. All right, so let's see. This is a little better. He's got some minions that can fight for board. He's not just going to sit there twiddling his thumbs.
And I think as long as this is a control warrior and not like a Grim Patron warrior,
Oh, I can't wait to see a Grim Patron Warrior.
I think that he probably has a chance of pulling through a little bit.
All right.
I played Grim Patron when I did the heroic challenge against the first boss.
Mm-hmm.
Did I do it then? Or did I yeah, I think I did it then. And I was using pretty much every turn I was using the fireball. I was playing with his mage, but blasting it with my own fire blast to make another one.
That's fun.
But every turn is like, oh, I'll just get a fresh guy.
Yep. Here's a new one. Good luck.
2 mana 3/3. Yes, please.
All right. Rockbiter on him is going to be bonkers, so he's got to remove him right here, right now.
Well, we'll see.
Or
Rank 18. He might not see the threat. He might be like, oh, I'll just play this taunt
Just
right
play
here.
an Armor Smith.
Nope.
He sees it. He's
Good
good.
use of a shield slam.
And that's fine. And now we have Shredder into Loatheb into Shredder Totem, so he's got it going on. The question is,
And he has this shade that's going to grow ridiculously.
sure, but do you bring it out and hit him, or do you just do
No.
the thing where you sit
Let
there
it-
the whole game?
Let it grow, man.
Let it grow.
Let it grow. Let it grow. Take that shade and let it grow.
I like your rendition. That's pretty good. I think
Yeah.
I might take it out and whack him.
Oh, yeah?
Brawl's a little bit fearsome.
Yeah,
You
but he's not going
really-
to brawl. I mean, as long as you don't overcommit the board, you can let that shade to grow to be like a 10-10 at this point.
Yeah, I guess, but you kind of want to with Kel'Thuzad in your hand, right? Like you want to get some value there. I don't know.
I mean, that's still 4 turns away.
There's another
no.
reason. There's a reason.
Oh, my God.
This guy, I actually feel bad for him.
RNGesus.
We have brought the wrath of the Hearthstone gods upon his
Yeah.
head. Oh my goodness.
We're just one big giant albatross.
Wow. Poor guy. This is just a nightmare. I mean, the funny thing is he's got such a great hand and curving so well. He might be fine anyway. But that was terrible.
We'll see. We'll see how it happens. The warrior has a ton of cards. Shield made.
So you don't hex here. You got to save that for the real threats. That's why Shield Maiden is so cool, because she looks like a real threat, and you're like, if I hex her, I can really take the tempo of this thing. And then they start dropping their real minions, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have hexed her.
Yeah. I mean, I think you trade. There's a part of me that wants to gamble with the totem. I guess it's not a gamble because you can play the Shredder. And then if you get the Taunt Totem, put down the Manatide.
Sure. That's reasonable. I think at this point, you want to have some threats on the board for Kel'Thuzad, and so that's how you're crafting these turns. It's like, how can I get the
But
most
are you? I mean,
value?
he just fed that to the axe, right? So now he has nothing in his hand that he can use to work with Kel'Thuzad, right? He doesn't get it for another turn.
Yeah. Ooh.
And getting the Manatide Totem with Kel'Thuzad isn't like the hugest ability.
Yeah.
But
I know.
I do like the Rockbiter here.
I agree. Take him out. Don't give him the draw, because he's just going to hit the 1/1, and if you give a warrior a 3 draw out of that card, you're probably losing.
Oh, and he got the taunt.
That's good.
He's gonna maybe get multiple cards unless the brawl comes down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because it's going to be even hard. Like, okay, you put Kel'Thuzad down. The 2 zeros can't attack anyway. So you're getting to weaken a Shield Maiden and then get 2 crappy cards back. Like, that's not what Kel'Thuzad is built to do. I wouldn't be
He's also a 6'8".
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
yes,
mean,
you're
he's got a
absolutely right.
body.
The cards. I mean,
He's going to
I
get
think
Shield Slam, though.
yeah. I mean, I would keep him in hand until you could play. Is that Reincarnate on him? Like, which card is that? Which version? Which card is actually in his hand?
Yeah. You can reincarnate him. But
And so then you could do that once you hit 10, and then you have 2 in your hand.
All right, so here's a place where Emperor
Then you'd have
would be...
2 on the board, and he won't be able to clear it that well. Is what I'm saying.
Let's look at an Emperor situation. If you have Emperor in a deck like this, which you might, you get him down, and then you have Kel'Thuzad sit in your hand for a couple turns, to where you're able to do some just disgustingly disturbing combo with, like, Kel'Thuzad, a Sylvanas, and a Reincarnate or something.
Right, for the combo deck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's probably not going to work.
I don't think you play it here. I don't think you play it.
I think he's thinking, like, when else am I going to play it?
I mean, you play it on 10, and then you make sure that you always have a copy of it in play from that point forward. Because if you play it with Reincarnate on turn 10, you get the Kel'Thuzad comes back, and then it triggers this ability and gets a second one back.
Is that how it would work?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then everything that dies, you would get 2 copies of.
All right, that would be pretty good. Because we knew that was going to happen, right? You play him there.
Yeah, you knew that it was going to get slammed.
Like, it's Warrior. He's not going to not have a shield slam with his 11 armor. That's just not going to happen. And as of now, I pretty much would call this. Like
I
maybe he's
mean, the
gonna
problem
pull.
is that he's at 29 health,
Right.
and all he has is his small minions in his hand. So at some point, there's going to be a big minion.
Yeah.
I mean, do
And
I
if he
think
can pull off something?
And he's drawing a ton of cards.
Huh? Oh, that's true. I forgot he.
This is the third turn that he's had this.
Yeah, that's. I don't think I've seen a Manatee totem live this long. Like
I have
ever.
at rank 18 for sure, but it does not happen frequently.
Yeah, no, this is a real rarity. I still think, like, that was what he was trying to do, and that fell apart. So now it feels like it's just the Sylvanas half, and this warrior has all of his threats still. So it just makes me feel like the warrior has a serious upper hand here.
Sure. I mean, Control Warrior. This is where it lives.
Yeah.
It lives in this area of the
What is he
game.
gonna do? Every turn feels like. Bleh. I mean, do you totem?
You could
and
roll and see if you get
storm?
Storm.
Like that seems weak. Okay, well, I think you're committed to it. Give your opponent a draw, all your guys take a damage, and your board still sucks ass. I don't know.
At least he's getting free armor pings with the zombie chow.
Sure. I mean, what are you, Feral Spirit here? And
No,
hope you
I
draw
think passing is great.
maybe you draw a second Kel'Thuzad?
maybe at this point now he's drawn so many cards he loses in fatigue.
Yeah, there you go. The funny thing is, because of the Acolyte, they're not that far apart.
Oh, is he gonna swing now with Gorehowl into the?
Oh
Well,
my.
he has 2 hexes.
Oh my. You know what he needs here, don't you? Sylvanas, reincarnate. Get that Dr. Boom. Let's change fortunes, Ben. Or you just hex.
Ribbit.
You have another hex too. So you know what? I wasn't really thinking about that. I mean, how many threats does the warrior have? He's got what, like 5 and 2 hexes. So yeah, I think the math isn't gonna work out.
And so your 5 that you're talking about, like, he probably has Rag. He probably has Hellscream. He's probably still got Sylvanas at some point.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna go with Lightning Storm again. Yeah, I mean Lightning Storm here again, right? The only other real weenie that warrior runs at this point, right, would be another Armor Smith, because you've already seen one.
And you don't want a Lightning Storm into.
I don't think you want a Lightning Storm, especially when you roll the Healing Totem.
Yeah.
Because at least now you get to maintain your guys on. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully all the boombots go face.
Boombots.
The zombie dies.
Oh, and that's actually remarkably great. But again, the shaman has no board.
Yeah. I mean, what does he have minions in his deck?
I don't know.
Like,
I would assume if you're playing Reincarnate and Kel'Thuzad, you have minions, but maybe he just does not draw them.
I mean, there's only 11 cards left. Unless every one of those cards are, like, bonkers crazy good. I mean, like, I guess he has, like, the Whirl of Zapomatica still in there.
Yep.
But that's not going to be super helpful.
He says he has minions. He
Listen,
promises.
you say you have minions, Pierre Penguin,
So-
but I don't see a lot of evidence to support
So
this.
now you're calling him a liar. In addition to him
I'm
having
not
to
saying.
suffer.
I'm just saying, as a man of science, I rely on evidence. And there are 2 ancestral spirits. Oh, gross. He's gonna draw both of them.
He does not have a lot of minions in this deck. I think this deck needs a slight tweaking to have a couple less.
There it
spells.
is.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. He could do it on the Chow.
Don't use them. Just don't use them.
life.
Keep waiting. Obviously, there are other minions in this deck. The warrior is not threatening you. There's been no Alexstrasza. You have the heal bot.
Yeah, I agree. Just make
Don't play that. I mean, I would just make a totem and move on.
Yep. Make totem, move on, and lament your losses. Lament this deck that you brought. That does not have dudes in it.
Yeah.
I do love when a person
You
only
brought your knife
has
to a
10
gunfight,
cards and
son.
they're like, don't worry, I have dudes. Oh, wait, and a couple more spells. And you're like, wait, there's only 10 cards left and we've only seen spells.
Yeah.
This is a spell-heavy deck.
What? I don't know why you would think that.
Yeah, it's crazy time. I know. I mean, do you clean up here or you just start going face? I think you clean up and just wait for Alex Straza and win that way.
Yeah.
Though remember when Sand
the Warrior
Snake did
doesn't have
that?
to do anything.
You remember that's what Sand Snake did? He was like, I'm going to take it easy and play it slow.
Here, this is it. This is where the Sylvanas comes in. Oh.
No, that's too bad.
Oh, the Stolic is
Oh
fun.
my god. He's going to get 2 Thaddeus's?
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be pretty cool.
I think they're Thaddeus at that point.
I'm not sure if it's Latin or not. Oh, I guess it is. Thaddeus.
You have to hex Sylvanas. You have to hex
This
Sylvanas.
is why you didn't play it on the Belcher.
You have to hex Sylvanas. If he steals the Thaddeus, it's GG.
Yep. All right. We had some sensible play, Ben. We're on our way.
You know what? I know I don't say this enough, but I love sensible play.
Well, that's good. I actually don't. I like craziness.
I love it. Oh, you like the craziness?
Yeah, that's fun.
Easy, predictable. That's what we want. We want easy and predictable.
All right. What you gonna do, Belcher?
Oh, gonna waste another swing on another weapon change.
Oh my.
It's gonna make the Fugan or Stalag, whoever was not.
Oh.
Okay.
I guess you do it right. You go Ancestral Spirit, reincarnate. You get 2 of them, and you get a Belcher, and then you get brawled. Because you know that's what's coming next, right?
Maybe you just do the reincarnate and steal it.
I feel like
because then you can keep the combo.
Like you have to have both because Deathbite just kills it. So you want one. I mean,
he could go reincarnate, and then he can do the Ancestral Spirit on top of it.
Yeah, that's probably.
So now that if he dies,
yeah,
because he's saying there's another one of those in the deck.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Yep, nobody Deathbite. He'll get one back. Now the funny thing is, I'm really bad. So
he's not going to do
it. What?
The angry bah.
No, that was such a bad play. Now he just executes and your whole game plan blows up. Why did you do that, sir? What are you doing? Oh, Pierre. I'm so disappointed.
Pierre. It's just Pierre. It's
and
not
knowing
Pierre.
him, that was like his last minion.
No, he's going to have the Fugan or an Ogre Brute.
All right. Didn't expect to see that, I must admit.
Nope.
Yeah.
The good news is the Warriors still... No, don't play that yet!
Post Alex Straza, friend.
Only post... I was just about to say, the good news is the Warrior still has only done 2 damage.
Yeah, this is a...
So as long as you keep the heal bot in hand and let the Warrior go through his entire deck...
Yeah.
You win the game too.
Oh,
another Deathbite.
Crazy end. That was such a huge blunder. You could have a Sylvanas right now. I'm curious to know why he didn't do that. Like he had a plan and he's sitting at home going, "You guys are idiots. There's a reason why I did that. It's because I wanted 2 random legendary minions."
I mean, he might get Sylvanas back here.
Yeah. I think you Ancestral Spirit him. Yeah. And now, wow, this could get really crazy. Like, if he gets 2 Ragnaroses or something, it's just going to be over. Until he gets brawled.
Well, I mean, the brawl's fine. Brawl you want to happen. It comes back.
Oh, here it is. This is why you save the heal bot. Here it comes. Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
Here it is.
This is where it goes off the
3
chain.
legendaries right before he died. What? You're not gonna Oh, I guess you do it after. It's okay. Yeah, of course you do. What do you got? You better hope Ogre Brute doesn't trigger here, or you probably lose.
God, he lost the game for no reason.
And he probably still loses to Grommash. You better roll that taunt to... Oh, actually, play the heal bot and you're fine.
Play the heal bot. Play the heal bot. Play the heal bot. Oh my god, play the heal bot. Play the heal bot. Please play the heal bot. Keep the game going. He's got to see it, right? He's got to be like, well...
Yeah, his opponent has Six
here.
cards. One
There's not a
is
lot of
wrong.
debate. Nope. Don't have to highlight it too. Don't have to highlight it too. Play the heal bot. Play the heal bot.
What a heel bot!
That's obviously the length of time. There's the delay between the stream and not the stream.
That may be it. I can't imagine he wasn't going to play it. I think that was for dramatic effect.
All right. Well, I was dramatically affected by it.
Yeah, I was too. This is the first time I've seen anyone play Hemet. So that's cool. Oh, the brawl. He gets a lot of guys left from that brawl. Or two at least. All right. Yeah, that's perfect. They both died. Keeps Hemet. Oh! Damn. Wow. Well, all right then.
What did he think was going to happen?
He showed me.
Right? But what did the warrior think he was? I'm gonna just brawl here, and I'm sure I'll be able to come out of this one okay.
I mean, if he had gotten like Thalnos and Trollwalker Cho or something, maybe he'd been okay.
Trollwalker Cho.
But that's not what happened. You know, if he hadn't played the heal bot, he probably loses.
I feel like for that game, when you post it, you could have, here's the game with the crazy reanimate shaman, and here's where it gets exciting, and it's like 20 minutes apart from each other, right? Like it's just literally like a bazillion. Like it's you can have like a little snippet in the middle, like have a taste of what the game was like in the middle, and then us being like, well, nothing's happening, but the warrior's still not done any damage, so it's kind of a joke.
The warrior's just sitting here, and we are mocking the guy for only having spells in his deck. All right, what is this? What the?
This is just a non-legendary deck?
What the hell is this?
It's a basic deck with a smattering of rares.
Seaman. What the hell is happening right now?
He's a new player, Tiny.
Boulder
this is not
Fist.
how we treat new players in our community.
What?
We encourage them to make legend with a basic deck.
Ben, let's.
No, I refuse. You are an elitist and a classist about this, and I refuse to have you bring down a fellow Hearthstonian.
We gotta chip in and help a man out. I mean, he's gotta have Dr. Boom in here instead of Boulder Fist Ogre.
How are you helping?
We gotta send him $100, Ben.
Okay, here's what's gonna happen. If the people in stream send us $200, we will send $100 to
No.
Simandia.
If people send us $100, we'll send him 12 cents.
No, I would do it.
Okay.
What do you mean? This is actual casting.
I don't know what he means by that.
This is actual casting.
This is as professional as it gets, baby. I'm offended. Yeah. I'm about to end this thing right now.
Yeah, we're leaving. This is how Amaz and the Admiral and Noxious. This is how they wish they could cast. Yeah. They didn't have to pretend to be professionals.
That's right, baby.
You can just have fun with it.
So what is that?
This is going out of control.
So this is Tempo Mage, and that is either
you can innervate into that, but that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh my god! If you can innervate into that, it dies. So I don't think you do that.
See, I have a legendary.
No, it doesn't count. No, don't innervate into him. That's a bad idea. Okay, that works. Except for he's gonna get a copy. Oh, what?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. The delay.
So that's trouble is what that is. Now you can't play.
That's trouble with a capital T that rhymes with P.
Yeah, I think you needed to play Pyromancer there once you realize what was going on. So you're kind of dead now.
Kinda dead. He's kinda dead. It's like Spider-Man.
He's in really big trouble.
Yes, I know, Tanya. I can see the board stating.
Hey, maybe the viewers can't see. Maybe they've gone blind.
Wow.
He's there. He's
now
in trouble.
Now you're ragging on the blind community. What type of person are you? I don't know. That's not the play.
I think you go Druid of the Claw and you hope that it kills the guy before it gets removed.
I was even thinking maybe you could do Spider Tank, Pyromancer.
The problem with
good news is I don't have any spells in my hand. So
the problem with Spider Tank would have been he probably goes Frostbolt, Ping, and kills it.
Oh man, if he had the other part of the combo
Yeah,
and he could play
that would have been interesting.
Thurson, like, and then all of a sudden the mage is like, I'm fine, like I'm da. And then turn 8 comes and
Yep. Boom. The problem is by turn 8, I think the mage will still be at like 28.
yeah, no, I mean he probably won't have a problem.
Yeah. But this would have been nice last turn.
I mean, I think Thorson's fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think you have a choice. You play him. You hope it trades with Lotheb. I won't trade with Lotheb. He'll just ping it and kill it. And play a Shredder.
Well played.
Yeah, he's right. As a sarcastic well played, he is right.
Oh my God, is the game over already?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a fireball.
Wait,
GG.
it's over? Ben, what happened? I blinked. Well, at least he died with some cheaper cards in his hand.
Yeah. And we got to see, I love that animation with the hammer coming down. It's
Yeah,
like,
that was really cool.
boom.
All right. I think we need to give him another chance. That
Sure.
was...
I was about to say you're like hovering over the leave button. You're like, I'm out of here. We're done.
Sorry.
This is the whole point
anymore.
of Unlegendary, Tiny. Is to cast the community's games.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
To get an opportunity for people to watch you play and get a better idea of who hangs out at rank 19.
That's right. And what other stream are you going to see a Boulder Fist Ogre get streamed? There's not, unless it's Arena.
Probably Crip.
Okay, so here, Ben, do you keep Emperor, mulligan the rest, and pray for double innervate?
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you keep Pyro and toss the others.
A priest deck.
Actually,
I wonder if the priest is going to run Resurrect.
I hope so. I actually think Resurrect is amazing. I was thinking about it more and more. Priest doesn't run crappy cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting... you don't want to play Resurrect and then get back to Northshire Cleric, though.
No. But, like, I don't know.
But it is cool with the idea that you can run it. This is a problem. See...
Yeah, that's a problem. You can wrath it.
You can wrath it, I guess.
But yeah,
he had a solution. I mean, I like the idea that Priest, you can run things like the Injured Blade Master, and then when it gets resurrected, it comes back at full health.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, you're right. It also, anytime you steal a minion and then kill it on your side of the board, it can be resurrected.
Can it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay. That makes me actually want to play something like Cabal Priest less.
Yeah, because you steal crap.
Yeah, I want less cruddy guys in there. This is such a weird deck. I don't understand what's actually happening right now. Like, are these just...
You should ask... we can ask Simon Yed.
Yeah, because
we can ask him how much he's invested in Hearthstone, and I think that might tell us our answer.
Yeah, because I'm confused. It seems like
I think you silence the injured one.
Sure.
And then trade it. Nope, this is not how you do it. I mean, this actually is better. Let it trigger and then silence.
And then silence.
That was a much better play.
Yep. Agreed. He showed you.
He did show me.
Idiot.
I was too busy wanting to know the status of his card collection.
Yeah. I like that he has Naturalize. Like, that's a ballsy-ass card to just chuck in a deck.
Yeah, I love Naturalize.
Like, Naturalize is cool if you're running like a mill deck or something, but you don't just normally see people like, you know what's a good removal spell? Bam! Naturalized your ass. And you're like,
yeah, maybe you don't.
I got 2 cards, though. Yeah, but you don't have any in the field, do you, chump? Like,
well, you Spider Tank into the Northshire here.
No, you naturalized the Northshire.
All right, that's fine, too. I'm all right with that.
Naturalize Shredder.
I love that the idea... Naturalize is a 1-cost card, which I think is insane.
It is. But the
like,
problem
why isn't it 0? Why is Moonfire 0 and Naturalize isn't?
Think about it in comparison to Execute. Like, Execute is Naturalize only 1,000 times better. Okay.
Is that's your argument right there?
Yeah. That's
Thank you
it.
for being completely and totally
It's a
freaking
class
obvious.
card too.
Yeah, and it's super obvious. So is execute.
What's that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're both class cards. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
I don't know how that has any bearing then if they're both class cards.
Okay, you can shut up then.
You save the wild growth, you
Yeah.
play the shredder, and then you strike in the face with hero ability.
Yeah,
Or-
I agree. I don't think you just chuck down the Pyromancer here.
Because it's gonna get Shadow Madness and crush your shredder.
Yeah, it's a pretty dangerous play. Looks like he's gonna to be okay. It is someone's budget deck. Okay. Looks pretty bad.
Someone whose name I won't mention.
I feel like you could do a better budget deck than this, but maybe not. Maybe it's good. All right, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna trade off your? Oh, here we go. Naturalize a 3-cost guy.
He's a 4-cost guy now because he has
Oh,
power.
that's true. That's true. I think he might be right. That might be the play because I think you're kind of dead unless you can combo. So
Yeah.
if you remove him, maybe you get into combo range. If you don't, if you trade him off for all of your board, you have nothing in hand, you die. So you know what? I'm going to go with Naturalize is the right play, even though it's madness. Oh, he wants to do it, but he's like, can I give him the 2 cards? Doing it!
Have you seen the new feature where it tells you what percentage you are
Yeah.
in relative to other people
Yeah.
based on where you finish each month?
Yeah, that was a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It makes me feel much better about myself.
The problem is I don't think it has gradations at Legendary. I think it's just you're in the top 0.25 or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's enough because you know exactly what position you're in.
That is
Fucking-
true. Oh, here it is.
You ass.
Oh my god, that's such a good combo too. Wow. Removal plus free guy for 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Removal plus free guy.
That's pretty nice. Chill wind. I don't know. This is tough. I think you just have to chill wind, hero power to the face, and then do you kill the cultist and let him burn you for 1 the whole rest of the game? Probably.
Interesting.
Or you could just go face and try to set up combo. Bam! Face hole it is. Oh,
just
dear
pretend
Hearthstone
pretend that the
gods.
2 cards that you have
What's
make
that?
him have to play. I mean, he's bluffing that the 2 cards he has is the combo,
Yeah.
and so make the priest have to deal with that.
Oh.
Resurrect again.
Oh! Resurrect has not been great.
Ooh.
It's removed some stuff.
The Numerian Web Lord doesn't help there.
That's, you know what? When you're working on combo, that card's a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
wow,
there's a
you can kill
silence.
it. Yeah. Or you could kill it, one of the two. But I think you're right. I think you just silence it, go face. Priest doesn't have that explosion. He might win this. He might pull this out.
I mean, if he goes face, it brings him down to 9. He doesn't need that much more damage from the 6 that comes from Force of Nature by itself.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Come on, budget deck. Prove that you can do it.
Pull
Trump's
it
not the
out.
Trump's not the only one who can get to Legend with a budget deck.
Pull it out.
Boom. Boom.
All right. Here we are. We're so close. I can taste it, Ben.
What does it taste like, Tiny?
It tastes like sweet victory.
Does it taste like that one time that you were at the YMCA and that guy got too close while you were showering?
Wow. That is a fictional event.
Is it though?
It is.
Are you sure?
I don't go to the YMCA. I don't even know if they have them in Los Angeles.
What? I'm a member at the YMCA.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Midwest thing.
What?
I don't know.
Because we don't have poor people in Los Angeles?
I just haven't seen one.
What? A poor
A
person?
YMCA. All right, Ben. What's going to save us here?
Oh, this is the game.
Oh,
Game.
wow, it is.
That's lethal.
Oh my
Oh, and then he
goodness.
draws it anyway.
Oh,
so it's super
yeah.
lethal.
Yeah. Here it is. Baboosh. That's a lot of damage. The budget deck, Ben, you questioned this budget deck, and I had its back from the start.
It lost the first game that we watched.
Yeah, it's all right.
Remember that when the last it lost that one?
I don't remember that. I only remember victories, like a man.
I mean, that's absolutely true.
Yes.
Having played competitive games with you for years now,
Yep. That's how you do it,
you
man.
only remember the times that you won smashingly.
Like a good golfer. The only thing that keeps you coming back is knowing you won a lot. All right, who's going in here?
That was a terrible analogy.
Yeah, I think it was a great analogy.
Nope. This is the last game of the night.
Yep. Indeed it is.
I gotta go watch The Fall with my...
Yeah, so Seamond is saying,
Fiance.
what first game? Didn't he play a tempo mage and got wrecked?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, wait, this guy's heading in right now. The Ninja. The Ninja. He's already ranked 12. I mean, that's pretty heady territory this early in the season.
I mean, your friend Poopstain is also already 12.
Yeah, he is.
You know, man, at some point you're going to have to cover up your entire friends list. There are literally thousands of people looking at your friends list going, huh, I wonder if I know any of these guys. I should probably just friend them.
Yeah, I mean, so what? So someone friends you. You can just say, I'm not going to take your friend request.
I think if anybody is still listening and watching the podcast or the video cast at this point, and like you're like, oh, I think everybody should friend Tunak. You can see his number right, and like just get a whole bunch of people spamming his account asking to be his friend.
Apparently this is Noxious and Chiba's deck, so I don't know what that means.
Which part? Do you not know those people?
No, I do. I just mean, like, I don't... Whatever. I mean, I still don't think it's great.
Yeah, and it won 50% of the games. I can imagine that.
At
That's okay.
rank 19. All right. Unfortunately... Okay, he is heading in now, maybe. All right, let's see if he's heading in. Bills. And if he's not, we'll just jump into somebody's game that's going, because no one is jumping in right now. Poor Sand Snake is not around tonight. That makes me sad. It's the favorite part of my week is mocking Sand Snake.
Is that really the reason why you didn't see everybody yesterday? Is because you were afraid Sand Snake would shank you?
That was a part of it, yeah. I mean, I've said a lot of nasty things about that guy. Seeing him in public is going to be... It's going to be risky, bottom line. It's going to be risky.
Yep.
Taking offense to my 19. Yeah, no. Just to be clear, I am only 17 right now because I spent the day playing a horrible Miracle Rogue deck. It was really fun and lost most of the games. I actually started the day at 16, so I've actually lost ground. It was a hard feat to pull off at the beginning of the season.
I mean,
Ooh,
not at 16. Everybody else who was at Legend is at 16 with you.
That's true.
What was your final rank that you ended at?
I don't know. It didn't tell me. It was blank.
Oh, that's so
I was
sad.
really annoyed by that. It was in the 2000s.
I mean, you don't have any recollection of how high or how far you had fallen, like on that last day?
Yeah, like the last time I logged in, I was right around 2000. Like I was like 2080, and then I won like 5 games in a row, which when you're that low gives you nothing. And I got all the way up to like 1180, and I said,
Cool.
Screw this.
Did you take a lot of screenshots when you were 17? So that you had, like at least have the memories?
My computer's actually full now because it's all full of 17s in different forms.
It's 3 terabytes of you just taking screen like every second of that game.
Right, and then I posed by the machine and gave a big thumbs up. I wrote 17 on my thumbs.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're preparing the book that you'll use to present to your future offspring.
Yeah, it's called 17. I wrote a song
That
about
time
it.
I did something.
It's pretty cool. All right.
So you play some Oil Rogue. What do you do here?
I'm gonna openly root for Face Hunter here because I love Face Hunter. But yeah, no, as Oil Rogue. All right. So They don't have an answer for Van Cleef is the bottom line. So I think next turn you go coin, backstab, Van Cleef next turn. I don't think you do this. I think you don't mind that 2 damage to get a giant Van Cleef that they literally cannot kill ever.
Unless they have an owl.
Unless they have an owl, yes.
Which they run one of.
2. But the problem with his move is now he can't do any of that. Like, he can't even backstab. So, I don't know. That's what I would have done. And then I would have hoped that I got another spell that I could have prepped into and gotten like a 10-10 Van Cleef. That would have been my plan.
Oh, man. So many preps.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I would do. I would go... problem with prep is...
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to blow your entire prep load.
Exactly, just to get a Van Cleef out. Yeah, I guess you wait a turn and see what you can get going there.
Maybe you have the fresh dagger because you can go... He's going to play another minion, so you can go backstab, prep, into I guess you don't want to do Tinkertown. So into Van Cleef, into Tinkertown.
Yeah.
Perhaps. And this is some nice backstab targets.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this looks really strong. And that also frees up room so that you can sprint. Ooh.
And he says, no, Tiny.
Yeah.
I will not go after the big Van Cleef.
I mean, this is pretty good as well.
I will not give into it.
The problem with this is that if his opponent has hounds, that's kind of bad to go this route. But if he had hounds, he probably wouldn't have played juggler there. He would have waited to do the combo. So I think he's pretty safe thinking that he doesn't have hounds.
This is an interesting race that's going to happen right here.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty cool because now he can do some really sick stuff where he can go like backstab, prep, oil, Van Cleef. This is going to be kind of crazy.
Just going to get bonkers, yo.
The problem is he really wants to SI him the other half. Because what is he going to do otherwise? He's got to take him off with like the teacher. I don't know.
See, I mean, and this is a problem that you run into right here, right? Where like if he plays the prep, you get another acolyte that may not get the oil on. So now it's 50-50.
Yep. Well,
it's less than 50-50. Yeah. Don't get it.
Well, that's okay. Oh, wow. He's going to prep
He's going to go for a sprint?
I don't think so. I think you Van Cleef here. You can prep sprint next turn to refill your hand. This Van Cleef, you're basically saying, like, have an owl or it's game. Like, you're dead if you don't have an owl. What was that about? What? What is he? Oh, okay. So he's just trying to make less hounds bait.
Sure. I liked your, like, what is going on?
And he had it. He had it the whole time. It was that first card. So he played a juggler on turn 4.
He's down to 2 health here.
Yeah, he's in some trouble.
Oh, he's going to do some one
that was
trade.
A smart trade.
Yeah, it was a smart trade.
Because he's either going to have it next turn or he's not. Like, you know he's got it in hand. So now it's just, can Belazon put it together? I don't think he's going to be able to. 8, 9, that's 10, 13. He needs to come up with 11 more. I think he needed a prep sprint there. I think that was an error. Had he prepped
what would he have prepped sprinted into?
Let's see. 8, 10, 13, 17. He only needed 7 more damage. If he had gotten, like, poison...
he only needed 5 more damage, right? So if he had gotten...
Poison, eviscerate.
Poison, eviscerate.
Yeah. And then he loses. Like, you had to know... See, that's a mistake there. The rogue player has to know the way the hunter played that and the way he made his trades there, that he had exactly lethal. Because otherwise he would have traded differently. So that was an error. He should have at least gone for it. Like, that play...
He might not have been... I mean, it took me a second to think about what the outs were.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you're right. He did have 2 outs that he could have drawn into. And he hadn't seen, and he would have gotten 4 cards with that sprint.
Yeah, he hadn't seen either poison or either eviscerate.
Yeah.
So, it was a good game. That was interesting. I still think he waited on that Van Cleef way too long. Had he played that differently, he basically would have told his opponent, have an owl or die. And he might have had the owl, but if he had, that's fine.
That would have slowed down the game a little bit.
Yeah. All right. I think that was another solid episode.
I mean, it has its highlights and lowlights
Sure.
and middle lights. Like, it has a bunch of different lights.
A nice meandering outro as usual. Well, we'll see you all next week. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Pacific, the middle of the night for you East Coasters, for another edition of Unlegendary, where we cast your games, even if you run a budget deck.
And then try and make fun of you for having a budget deck, and then you say, no, famous people. People who are good at this